6:52, time for the morning sprint, and we start this morning with the latest on COVID-19 in the U.S. The Omicron variant case numbers are racking up with more people entering the hospital. Healthcare workers are overwhelmed. Cases are more than doubling in 6 states and more than quadrupling in Florida, Hawaii, and Washington, D.C. in just the past week. A Minneapolis jury has convicted former Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter on both manslaughter counts after she fatally shot Dante Wright last spring during a traffic stop. Jurors deliberated for nearly 30 hours in the closely watched trial that drew national attention. Potter faces about 7 years in prison under the state's sentencing guidelines, but prosecutors said they would seek a longer term. ExxonMobil says 4 workers are injured after a fire at its Houston area plant. ExxonMobil says the fire was put out around 8 o'clock yesterday morning. 4 contractors working at the refinery were injured. 2 of them have now been released from the hospital. As for the cause of the fire, it is still under investigation.
I'm very, very excited. There's a lot of work that's done.
After nearly 18 years as Milwaukee's mayor, Tom Barrett is moving on to the next phase of his political career. He was sworn in officially yesterday as ambassador to Luxembourg. Barrett says he's looking forward to learning more about things like international finance and climate change policy, which will be important in his new role. 8 people are dead this morning after flooding in Bolivia. Homes are left barely standing in some parts of that country. Rivers in the area have swelled and heavy rain. More severe weather is expected in that country over the coming days. Inflation is showing no signs of slowing down this morning. The Bureau of Economic Analysis reports U.S. inflation rose 5.7% over the last year. That is the fastest increase in consumer spending price index since July of 1982. Consumer spending also rose 0.6% or $104 billion heading into the holidays. It shows Americans remain optimistic about the economy and the path to recovery in 2022. Nearly 40,000 bunk beds have been recalled due to potential entrapment and strangulation hazards. Angel Line beds with angled ladders have a safety issue that can create a gap between the ladder step and the frame. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission issued that recall after a 2-year-old in Ohio got caught in a gap in the bunk bed ladder and died from strangulation. Consumers should stop using the beds immediately and contact Angel Line for a free repair kit. The Baraboo Police Department says it is bringing back its K-9 program in the new year, and they're asking for donations to help fund it. The department says it has already received pledges for support from local businesses. The hope is for the new K-9 to be on staff by spring of 2022. The department's previous one retired in 2020 after a 10-year career. The National Weather Service has confirmed 2 more tornadoes hit Wisconsin last week than previously reported. That brings the state's yearly total to 38. The rare December severe weather outbreak dropped 7 tornadoes across the state.
And wrapping up our forecast as we head into the holiday weekend, the 3 things we're going to need to know is that we're going to look at mild temperatures throughout today and into our Christmas day. However, for today, we are looking at some areas of patchy fog. A few showers are going to stick around, and on top of that, it's a good thing we have Santa with Rudolph, because we are going to be looking at visibility to be obscured throughout the holiday weekend. Seasonable conditions are going to be coming back as cold temperatures will return as we're back into those upper 20s and low 30s. But until then, we are looking for messy conditions to the back end of our holiday weekend. But other than that, we're going to be drying out, welcoming into the new year, Josh.
All right, Julian, thank you. And thank you all so much for joining us this morning. We wish you a very Merry Christmas, safe travels for all of you. We'll see you back here on Monday.